Oh man, being a HR interview guy is just so pointless and soul-sucking. But sometimes you come across the perfect candidate. And I know this Rob guy is it. And I just know that he's gonna ace this third interview. And when he does, it's gonna be time to celebrate. And what better way to celebrate than with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and a sleepover? Oh fuck! He's here already and the sandwiches aren't done. Oh, Robert, I wasn't expecting you.
Well, we talked on the phone to meet at your place for the final interview right now, and...
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Is there someone else here? Because I thought I heard someone talking.
It was just externalizing my internal monologue. I do that sometimes.
I do that too. I think it's normal.
That.
Yeah, the therapists say otherwise.
Yeah.
But...
Get in here,
Okay.
you normal guy.
Okay.
Take a seat.
Oh. Huh. Nice setup. It looks familiar.
It's regulation interview setup.
Okay, good. Wait a minute. Peanut butter and jelly? Video games? This is smelling like some kind of sleepover setup.
What? Sleepover setup? No, you got it all wrong. I mean, who would want to feel the joys of childhood's loss by playing video games with a good chum while snacking on a cafeteria-style sandwich? Not me, that's for sure.
Okay, because that would be weird.
Oh yeah, totally weird, absolutely.
But I will say, this setup looks like we're about to talk about movies, so.
No, absolutely not. It's just typical regulation job interview setup.
Okay.
Now, question number one. You really want this job?
I mean, yeah, I need it really bad, but I'll be honest, I don't even know what it's really for, and I don't even know what this company does.
Roberts, it's confidential.
Speaking of confidential, have you seen the movie Spenser Confidential?
Spenser Confidential stars fast food mogul and former frontman of the Funky Bunch, Mark Wahlberg, as Spencer, an ex-cop who was so badass he was in prison for beating up his captain. A policeman getting in trouble? Ha! Now I've seen everything. Spencer is released from prison, and the captain he beat up gets murdered. So using the power of pen and paper and being shirtless, Spencer must find out who did the murder. It also stars a guy from Black Panther, a blonde lady with a fake South Boston accent, and Post Malone and Mark Maron are here too for some reason. Don't blink, you might just miss them.
Welcome to Go Before the Show. I'm Steve.
And I'm Robert.
And we watched Spenser Confidential. So, Robert, what did you think about Spenser Confidential?
It was fine. It was a very cop movie.
Everybody likes cops, right?
I mean, Mark Wahlberg plays an ex-cop.
Right. So you can trust him.
Right, you can trust him now. You couldn't before. Basically, Mark Wahlberg.
Wait a minute. Mark Wahlberg? You mean the hamburger maven?
Oh, from the Wahlburgers.
Yeah, he's an actor too?
I guess I thought he was just a rapper. I thought his name was Marky Mark.
Oh yeah, wow, he is multi-talented.
Actor, rapper, fast food employee.
I don't know.
He does it all.
I don't know about that first one. He does.
Rapper?
No, actor.
Oh, the fast food employee. Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, he does something.
What did you think of it?
Oh, I agree. It was definitely copy, to say the least. But I'm gonna go with. I was. Man, bored, very bored.
Wow.
And I wanted to like it. I like the crime genre, which I feel is very underutilized in the Hollywood system.
But yeah, I mean, it was ex-cop, retired cop, about to retire cop, or just simply good cop finds out there's dirty shit going on in the force.
Right.
And boy, howdy, do we gotta get down to business.
See, I like the plot. I mean, it's a typical crime cop, as you said, dirty cop, ex-cop kind of plot, but it was all just sort of executed very blandly. And I think, at least for me, it all comes down to Mr. Wahlberger.
Oh,
What are your thoughts on Mr. Wahlberger?
you know what? I don't hate the guy. I thought he was good in this. I think what this movie did was it kind of reminded you constantly that this takes place in Boston.
Oh, yeah. In fact, I think they wrote it specifically for him so he would jump on it.
Definitely.
You either get Ben Affleck if there's Boston involved, which he doesn't get involved with anything anymore, or you get a Wahlberger.
And then after that, it's Bill Burr, I guess.
Alec Baldwin at some point.
Does he even represent Boston anymore?
I thought he did. I don't know. I'll have to go check the Boston registry.
I have to go watch the match game, see what he's up to.
I don't understand that reference.
Oh, well, you will in post because he hosts the match game now.
Oh, ooh. A game show host?
He's a game show host.
To think at one point he was a respectable actor.
Hey.
I mean, I like Alec Baldwin. He was the Shadow.
Hey, I have a cold brew sitting around.
Sorry, Rob.
Where is that?
Coffee's for closers.
Oh! But for real, where's my cold brew?
Man, I wish I would have poured myself a glass of that, but whatever. With two hands, really?
I'm a child. Speaking of coffee, the first clue that I could recall in Spenser unclassified, whatever.
Confidential.
Was his ex-partner shows up with a bag of Dunkin' Donuts, facing camera, and I was like, of course, Boston people love their.
Right.
I mean, East Coast in general. I mean, my favorite donut is the Boston cream donut.
See, I like the Boston cream donut,
which is what Mark Wahlberg was giving his ex-wife in the bathroom scene. Some Boston cream there.
Did you think of that ahead of time?
No, I'm that freaking creative.
Whoa, someone's jazzed on caffeine over here. You were talking about his ex-partner, Driscoll. I remember the name. I mean, did you see how he was dressed? And he had the toothpick, and he it's sort of like a half pimp outfit. How could he not be bad?
I'm not familiar with that actor, but he just kind of reminded me of Dave Chappelle the whole time. He had a
grittier Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning more on I liked it. I'll be honest. I don't watch too many cop movies.
There's your problem.
That's maybe, but I was interested. I was enjoying myself. Mark Wahlberg played his part. My favorite character was probably Henry, which was his coach that he lives with.
Alan Arkin?
Yeah. He was great.
He was the standout of that movie. And I mean, and that's the problem that I had with the movie as a whole, is that it was just bland. Even the other part, the roommate, the MMA guy, the guy from Black Panther. I mean, I just feel like
that's where he was from.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved Black Panther.
Yeah.
So,
character-wise, there wasn't really a lot to deal with.
Oh yeah, one question I had was there was a scene where they needed to go to Post Malone for help, and they show his wife in a FaceTime message, and the idea is that she got all dressed up for Hawk,
right? And
that he was gonna bang her or something, but then if they were trying to trick him, what were they saying? Hey, we'll stop that guy for you? Was that what they were doing? If you help us, we'll stop this guy from banging your wife. But then
I know, that's so weird.
But then he finds out that isn't that guy's their friend, because after he says, okay, I'll help you, he's like, all right, lay off her. And I'm like, wait a minute. So now he knows this is a setup. And how did they even get his wife to show up here at all?
No, you don't understand, Rob. See, they were going to allow him to do things to her.
Yeah. But how'd they even convince his wife? The fact that his wife is okay with doing this setup.
Right. Man, that's all kinds of messed up.
That never gets brought up again.
No. I don't think they really thought that plan through and the ramifications of that plan. Yeah. All right, so if the wife was into Hawk, then they were just gonna, have a little bit of fun. Yeah. And then there's nothing that Post Malone could have done about it. So basically, all they did was take away Post Malone's wife's happiness or chance at happiness with Hawk, even if though brief may it have been.
Yeah.
So that's kind of messed up too.
Guess. Another thing was that this movie left a cliffhanger for a possible sequel, where this movie didn't feel like the kind of movie that would get a sequel. It felt like its own packaged cop movie. Here you go, see you later.
TV movie.
But Mark Wahlberg is sitting in a bar and he sees there's a guy on the news who I guess got framed for burning down a building, and he just no, I have to get to the bottom of this.
So he immediately takes out his pencil and notebook paper and gets to work.
And he's, this guy's never gonna leave Boston, because the second he gets his semi-truck and is on his way to Arizona, he's gonna be turning on the news radio, and someone's gonna be arrested for jaywalking. That says that they're innocent. Then he's gonna bust out his notebook paper and be like, "Who is Jay Walker?"
Yeah.
Underline, circle, question mark.
Possible brother of Paul Walker?
But I gotta get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, so he just turns his big old truck around and gets to solving mysteries.
I guess that's what it's gonna
Boston.
turn into. So what's the sequel gonna be called? Spenser Confidential, burning down the house.
Spenser and his magical big truck. No. Spenser notebook paper.
Okay. Spenser Confidential, The Secret Files.
Spenser 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Spenser and Hawk.
That's probably what it's going to be called. So, Rob.
Yeah, I got my cold brew.
Yeah, look at that. Would you recommend Spenser Confidential?
Yeah, why not? Why not? It was a fine film. If you like cop movies, about the good cop fighting the bad, dirty cops, then boy, you're gonna like this one, because it's not an edge of your seat thing. There's not too much mystery, but it was fine. A lot of the characters were enjoyable. I didn't really find any character obnoxious where I was like, please.
Oh, not even the
wife?
2 grown men running around playing Batman, Robin, and Alfred over here.
Well, girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, something, whatever she was.
She got a bit much, but luckily she popped in the movie once in a while. She wasn't constantly in it. But would you tell people to go watch this?
Probably not. I have a reputation to maintain.
I hate all movies.
No, I tell people to watch memorable ones, not ones that are just gonna suck like an hour and a half of your life away.
I'm gonna remember this movie for the rest of my life.
No, you're not. You barely remember it now.
Yeah.
Even in the pantheon of Mark Wahlberg roles, this one is totally forgettable.
I'm kind of disappointed in you. I think a sequel to this would be more ridiculous and more fun. Bono, do you think they'd ever make it?
Well, since people can't seem to get enough of shirtless Mark Wahlberg and his burgers, I'm sure a sequel is bound to happen.
You're saying there's a chance. Okay, so did I get the job this time? We've been talking about movies these past few weeks, it feels like. We've talked about 3 movies so far, and I don't know, I feel like I've done a pretty good job for this job that I don't know what it is.
So you think talking about 3 movies It's enough to earn you a spot in the company? Is that what I'm hearing?
I don't know, because I don't even know what this job's for, but man, I need a paycheck.
Because if that's what you're saying, then you'd be right. By the power vested in me by the company, I now pronounce you hired.
Okay, good, because I really needed a paycheck. I've been cooking eggs in my microwave, and I still have to get my damn stove fixed. So, wow, this is really great. When can I expect my first paycheck?
Well, I mean, obviously you're gonna have to do a lot of paperwork first, and then there's orientation. So let's see, that's 1 to 5 weeks there without a paycheck. Then you actually start work, so you'll have to accumulate the proper amount of hours. About 2 months, you'll get a paycheck.
Hey, here's an idea. As a new employee, I'd like to pitch a new idea for the company. What if we pull the paycheck so I get it sooner? Let's say tomorrow.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll just, maybe I could pull some strings. We'll just have to, sit here for a while
Pull some strings.
until payroll opens up and I can pull some strings.
Okay. Great. Well,
So, you want to build a fort?
no.